Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kashay, and you're watching Shay with the Hobbies. Sorry, running a little bit behind. Had some house stuff to take care of, people tripping. Had to get it handled. So I am here now and super glad to see you guys. We will be writing today, or switching between writing and other things, whatever it is, trying to be productive. It's Preptober. It is the last Tuesday of Preptober. When we come back, it will be NaNoWriMo. Whoo, your girl got stuff she gotta do. She gotta do. But yeah, so I'm Kashay. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional rarely ever seen blog post. So the first thing I'm gonna be working on today is to get that up today. It's pretty much finished. It's just gonna be the formatting and stuff, that part of it. But I will let my lovely co-host introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Britt. My channel is Britt Writerly. It is a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture. I do writing vlogs monthly to talk about my journey into traditional publishing as an early career Black writer. I do reading content like book talks and reading vlogs. The latest one is a Beast of Prey reading vlog. Beast of Prey by Audrey. Excellent. Definitely go watch it. Take a snack. It's an hour long, but the book is 15 hours. So really, I think that I did a really good job. And that's just me. So, and then I also do original content like poetry. I've been working on this end of the year poem that I'm really excited about. Kashay has heard it. So I'm working on a big one. It'll be in December. Look out for that. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, click around, watch a video or two, give a thumbs up to whatever you watch, leave me a little comment like, hey girl, hey, I will reply in kind. And then if you think you like the vibe, you think you can stay here in the land of the literates, then you hit that big red button and we can be internet friends.
Awesome. All right, y'all. So we are gonna kind of come in hot a little bit. I know we're gonna start out small and then work our way up because it's not reading sprints. Reading sprints is go big or go home. Okay, there we go. I had to put a question up. I hadn't done it, y'all. I was moving slow this morning, Okay, so question 1, how was Preptober for you? And if you didn't participate because you're not doing Nano, how's your October goals? Let us know and say hi to everybody. Callan, the Mavis, it's so good to see you. Jack Byron writes, hello. Follow Calvin from another stream. Awesome. Dharma, it's so good to see you again. Thanks for coming back. Yes, let us know what you're working on today. I'm definitely curious. Hey, CB, goofing around just now, reading old fanfics and adding details. Nice. Dharma says, I'm working on my website, mostly fixing the typography. Man, people don't talk about how important typography is, though. CB says, I might work on creative writing for my adult homeschooling, though. That's awesome. Adventures in Fantasy, hello. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Books for Brandy Shanae. For those of you guys who don't know, Brandy happens to be one of the lovely co-hosts for Black Aweenathon. Super glad to see you in the chat, y'all. If you haven't checked out her channel, please make sure you go do it. I feel like it's in the description box, but I feel like it might not be, only because when I did the defaults with people over 1,000, you can just type the @ symbol, but when it populates, it doesn't highlight it, so it's clickable. So it might not be clickable, but I will go back and check. But she should be in the description box. Kyle says, I'll be using the first print to make a book cover. Ooh, nice. Adventures in Fantasy says, I'm coloring in a pattern I drew last night. Tedious but fun. Hey, I love coloring. Kels, good morning. Ooh, that's a cute little stuffed animal. T.L. Russell Lifestyle, hello. Ooh, that's a cute avatar. I'm loving the colors and the journals. It's everything. CB says, actually, I think I might work on a movie script that I did during Camp Nano in July. I might make that my long-term project. Ooh, that sounds nice. Good morning, Nicole. It's so good to see you. I hope you are having a lovely Tuesday morning. Typing like the wind. Yeah, my bad. Kel said, I waited until the 22nd to start outlining. Mind you, I never outlined. And at this point, I quit. I'm going to just discovery write or something. You know, we kind of live in the same head, Kels, because I definitely have been struggling with the outlining part. Sanjana, hi. It's good to see you. TL says, mine was going good. I got a little over 10K into my novel, but I spent the last few days rewriting my outline. That is the one thing that I did see, or I have been seeing as I go through Save the Cat, is that your outline shouldn't be static. It should be flexible. It should grow as the story grows. You should not think that it will adjust. It will change. It will not be the same when you wrote it before you ever started drafting as you're drafting. And getting that knowledge definitely made me feel a little more comfortable. I was more comfortable in working on the outline, knowing that it's very normal for it to change and I don't have to stick to it. Sanjana is doing homework. Jack is going to spend the first sprint packaging orders for my Etsy shop. Ooh, what kind of Etsy shop do you have? Then move on to writing more of my thesis. Ooh, grad students, love it. Adventures in Fantasy said, I read a book I've been putting off, and I'm going to have to re-outline my story so I can work on it next month. Nice. Okay, Sanjana, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate you. Good morning, Craft Blend. It's so good to see you. Yes, I'm definitely more of a pantser than a planner. Yep, Nicole, same. Definitely a discovery writer. But I'm trying because mysteries writing through discovery is not fun. Not at all. All right, y'all, we are going to put 20 minutes on the clock. Remember, question 1 is up on the board, and we will see you in 3, 2, 1. Y'all write them words. How did everybody do? Let me know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do?
I am supposed to be writing 2 pages today for chapter 2. I haven't written anything for it yet. But I'm reading and I'm just like, yo, this essay, bars. I'm not sure. It might be better for my chapter 3 instead of chapter 2, but I just could not read it because I'm like, first of all, I've been looking for this conversation for a long time, and I realized it's because I was looking for the wrong thing. I was thinking it was a conversation between James Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni, and it's not. It's a conversation between James Baldwin and Audrey Lorde, and it's in this essay. Well, excerpts of it are in this essay, and they're disagreeing about difference within Blackness. And essentially James Baldwin is like, listen, you're Black, I'm Black, we're Black, that's it. And Audrey Lorde is like, that's not it, because if we're only in relation through the sameness of Blackness, then whenever I do something different, or even if you identified in any like others ways, then we begin to develop weapons against each other to target that difference. So it can't only be sameness and Blackness. We have to have a larger and more nuanced conversation. And I'm just looking at James Baldwin's response and I'm like, that is the point. That is the point. When you say that the Black man pays for trying to protect his children and his woman, and the Black woman ends up paying for it. Well, how do we pay for it? If we're not having the same experience, then we can not only relate through sameness. That's the point. But again, I'm like, this might be for chapter 3, but I still have to read because I've been looking for this for so long. Anyway, that's how my sprint went. Preptober for me, it was, I didn't participate as in like to get ready for NaNoWriMo. I was just writing. I was supposed to be trying to do some like world building for #Second Fantasy, but I was just like, that's not a thing right now. It's just not. So I did a little bit of world building for it and then was like, great, put the links all in this one place and we will go back later. Yeah, so October goals were just to write in the projects that I had open, and I did.
Awesome. I got some stuff done, and Preptober's been all right. I'm still working through it. So, let's see. Maya joined us. Hey, everybody. Preptober is actually much better than I expected. There are some last minute things I need to do this week, but overall, I'm happy with how things went. That's awesome. Laura said, hey, Laura, I spent all of October doing overtime and working at least 6 days a week. Dang, not much writing has been done at all, but I get the first week of November off. So just excited to dive back in. That's awesome, and glad you're getting a vacation. CB says, I'd already done most of my nano prep in August because I knew I'd be taking most of September and part of October off from writing because my mother was coming from the U.S. for a visit. Nice. That being said, I do not just prepare for nano writing wise. I prepare other aspects of my life for it too. For example, I batch cook and freeze meals that I can pull out the night before. Nice. Hey, so good to see you this morning. Jack says, I'm behind on where I hope I'd be. Same here. Thesis defense really took it out of me. And where I hoped I'd bounce back into doing corrections, it's taken me a while to get started. Streams are helping. Yay, so glad you're here. Frankie, hey love. Frankie says, mine has been chaotic. I wanted to prep my whole 4-part series so I could write it straight through. I got the first 2 outlined, but then I got absorbed by Pinterest. It's one of those places. All right, CB, see you when you get back. Callan said, made 2 versions of the book cover, so now I got to choose one only. Nice. Good morning, Bethany. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Kel says, I overwrote for a short story contest, but it's easier to cut down than to add more. I'm still deciding on how I feel. Trust me, I definitely understand. Craftblend says, I got 124 words and looked up how to write an accent that sounds authentic. Nice. Okay. Jack said, did some impromptu stock tidying while looking for an item, feeling very organized now. Organization really, really matters. Callan says, I'm going to use the next sprints to study. How long is the stream going to be? It's going to be 2 hours at the very least. The next sprint is going to be 30 minutes. TL says, I got through the proper daycare pictures, but these kids are so cute. I'm going to have to do an outtakes grouping. Oh, are you a photographer, TL? Please let me know. I love photography. Has started my own photography business in college. Have not gotten back into it like I wanted to, but I'm definitely curious. All right. Let's see. Question number 2. All right, question 2 is, what are you working on, Fernando? Give us your favorite character or place so far. Let us know about your world. Tell us. We're curious. All right, y'all, let me go to this 30-minute timer. I thought I clicked it already, but apparently I didn't, and gotta wait for good old at least one of these to pass. Let's see, that one's 30 seconds. Did I miss anything? I thought I got everybody. Okay. Come on, we got 15 seconds. We won't watch both ads, but we'll let the first one play through. Oh, yes, I am. Mostly portraits and family, but I used to do these daycares back in the day. Oh, nice. Yeah. So I mostly do portraits. I like family stuff, but graduation and high school seniors and college seniors and grad students are like my favorite. Like, I just love the excitement on those portraits more than anything. So, all right, let's see. Oh, 2 seconds. And in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, well, no, 3, 2, 1. Y'all write them words. There it is. All right. How did everybody do? Let me know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do?
It's another running situation. I am good. I wrote a little bit, but I'm really just like reading because I was kind of stuck. I wasn't really like I had some things that I could write, but I know it's gonna end up having to erase and rewrite it later. But this is just giving me an idea of a different place to go. I'm just not quite sure how I'll pivot to bring that in. But c'est la vie. What do you I'm not doing nano. I finished coloring my pattern. Man, I wish. I'm not doing nano. I'm not even going to create a profile. But I will still be writing. I'll be working on Tales of Eliza Black, fave character, or place. I don't know. I love like the Motley Crew together. Although I will say, obviously, I love Laz. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's just obvious. Like whenever I'm like, yes, Eliza, I'm like, yes, Eliza and Laz. That's just what it is. I love Lazarus Gibson Baldwin. He makes my heart go pitter patter. I cry for him. I laugh with him. I'm just like, oh, are you okay? And then I'm like, Eliza, yeah, who's like actually in mortal danger. I'm like, of course. And also, that would be devastating for Laz if something happened to her. So, like, I don't know what you want from me. This football player he's a football player, this ex-football player who's now more like a nerd, who is also studying psychology and is just there for Eliza. I just feel like, what more is it that you want from me? That's how I feel. I don't know. Shay knows all this, so I'm just like saying what I usually say. And also, he's tatted up. Yes. Yes. I love it. And he's a little freaky, but he's waiting until marriage, which I'm like, listen, I'm here for you. And that's it. And that's it.
So I got some more work done, so that was good. I am working on a few things for Nano. So I'm working on Best Served Cold. And like, I love Jamila. I think she's a great character, and I think it's because I got to be in his head longer. The FBI agent is my favorite character, and that's only because like he be thinking like I be thinking when he be dealing with people, like smile, but be talking noise in his head. And so like I appreciate him. Like, keep it professional, but be real with yourself. Like, I love that about him. So that's good. And like, low key, why can't I think of his name right now? I think it's because we went through multiple iterations of his name, because the first name that sounded so good was like that character from what's that daggum show? Grey's Anatomy. And I was like, well, we can't have that. So I feel like I can't remember if his name is Jackson or Warren, because it's the last name for a first name.
It's Jackson.
It's Jackson. Okay, so we kept Jackson. We just didn't keep the Avery part.
Did we not? I don't remember.
That's what I said. I know we changed names. So hold on. I'm about to get in there and see, because I do have it. Jackson Foster. That's what it was.
Okay. I was like, it's definitely Jackson.
I love the name Jackson. He's definitely been a name I've used multiple times in completely different worlds, so it's not that big a deal, but still. And so then, for Blankets and Burglary, my favorite character is the youngest of the Johnson twins. She's a super, super big busybody. She in everybody business, and she's a quiet as it's kept. And you ain't hear that from me. And I just love it. So it just makes me giggle. And then the last one is the Booktube Cozy Mystery, and the main character is Monique. I have not got deep enough into it to give like the other characters' names, but there is a really chatty barista who's gonna like try to become friends with her and help her with the case. And so I feel like that's gonna be my favorite person because she just talks a lot and has a lot to say about a lot of things. And you think she talks so much that she's never listening, but she's always listening. So I like that about her.
You know, I like that kind of character. I'm like,
Like, dang, don't you ever shut up? I'm like, girl, I heard what they were saying over there the whole time I was
Listen, I was in their conversation and ours. Hello.
Right. I
love it. Can't wait to meet her. I didn't know we were doing all of our projects. I was like, we be running down them all?
Oh, I'm doing all of them during Nano. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to be switching between the three of those. So, okay. Yeah. Well, you know, I like when I run into a problem, I don't like to sit there and try to force the problem. So, like, let me jump to something else. So that's
got it.
Yeah. CB said, I'm going to be working on Marvel fanfic. Nice. Miss Maya said, a cozy mystery with Faye. My favorite character so far goes by the name Fern, and he is such a delight. He's not supposed to be in this one, but he wandered through, and I can't say no to him. You know, it'd be like that also. That reminds me of the movie Fern Gully. If you've never seen it, your childhood was wasted. I just said it. CB says, I'm going to say my favorite character so far is Tony Stark's daughter, Maria. She's not Pepper's kid. That's a long story, and I created her. Interesting. Laura said, I'm writing a Goosebumps-esque middle grade horror where a boy makes a pact with a stone gargoyle and horrifically starts becoming one. Takes place on my fictional street, Nightmare Lane. Ooh, I like it. Calvin says, favorite character, Edgar, not an Nano project. You know, I want a pet named Edgar just out of respect for Edgar Allan Poe and the love for short stories he gave me in my childhood. I feel like it should be like a hedgehog or a turtle or something. Adventures in Fantasy says, I'm rewriting a vampire mercenary novel. Deals with creating a family and things like trust issues, boundaries. Favorite character is Milo or Milo. I'm not sure which one. Comes across as all brawn, but he is artistic and smart. We love a smart, artistic, brawny man. We love it. Jordan says, Adventures in Fantasy, that novel story sounds great. I just asked one thing, though. Are you able to make it an online Braille version? Because if so, that would be amazing. Oh, that would be good. Yes, Jordan, it's so good to see you. Yeah, the last time you were here, I feel like it was the Worldwide Write-a-thon when I was streaming at 3:30 in the morning. It's so good to see you. How's the weather over there across the pond, as they say? Anya, hey love, it's good to see you. Anya says, hey Shay and friends, I'm doing some research today and still haven't decided which project I'll work on for Nano. Well, you know, you got time. Not a lot of it, but a little bit. The Legend of Varun, I love that. I'm working on my zombie outline. It's looking like I might have to change the ending, but I'd rather change the ending instead of rushing character relationships and having insta-love. Yes! We're not the big fans of insta-love around these parts. I'm not a huge fan of a slow burn either, but give me something in the middle and I'm like,
right. I'm like, I don't do that either. If they're together at the beginning, it's because they've known each other for 4 years. And that's that. I don't really do anything else. I have some low burns that like we're already at the end of the burn. That's what I do. And characters who are in denial. So I guess I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. They're either together or I'm annoying Shay.
Food problems. They just you be having characters with attitude problems. They just
in your own image.
Any kind of way. Just any kind of way.
Aaron is my favorite character. Let's just get that said. Since that's who you're talking about.
He was my favorite character. And then like over time I was like, what happened to you?
What? There's nothing wrong with her.
Okay.
I thought she was acting the exact same. We could talk about that during critique time. She acts the exact same way as when you first fell in love with her. She'll be heartbroken, by the way. She'll be heartbroken that you no longer love her. You know, she has abandonment issues, and here you go, frustrating.
I don't want to abandon her. I don't.
That's what I heard. You'll be like, Aaron, girl, quiet as it's kept, and you ain't hearing from me.
You know, there's always, we say there's always book 2. They can always bring themselves back. Justin says, howdy, lovely writers. Finished editing my new novel a few days ago. Now writing a shorty, that had lingered on my mind way too long. Too busy writing to find time for it. And I'll totally understand that. Callan said, I had to call for my scholarship. I had to receive it this month. I haven't received it yet. Man, I hate when that happens. Frankie says, a YA space opera. My favorite character is Martian Queen Fairy Celine, don't know which one, I'm sorry, who is black and curvy and gorgeous and dresses in bold, bright colors, but has a quiet, curious nature. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? You come in a room bold, but don't have nothing to say. You just want to be seen. I love it. 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 Out there, and you're live again. I'm at work, so just pop it in to say hi. Y'all got this. Hey, it's so good to see you. Thanks for coming in. For now, I'll finish book 3 in my debut series. My favorite character in this book is called Flynn. He's the main character through the series. Nice. Morgan Lee, how are you? For those of you guys who don't know, Morgan is an AuthorTuber. I think she is planning to stream every day, or if not every day, most days live for Nano. So definitely check that out if you're trying to get some sprints done. Struggling Writer says, working on my horror middle grade. It's off the record, so I don't feel bad when I don't hit 50K for Nano. Yeah, I definitely understand that. My favorite character is a random girl my pro tag meets. The girl becomes a side character, and she's super funny and blunt. My favorite kind of person. You know, that's how it is. That's how it is. My main character in my mystery novel is an Orthodox Catholic Portuguese lesbian policewoman. Ooh. Wait, is that supposed to be Catholic or Catholic? Maybe I was reading it wrong. Catholic. I don't know what that is. Could you tell me what that is? Because I thought Catholic, but that might not have been what you meant. Okay, Jordan is saying, just in case, that means that your character, you're creating diversity, which is something we don't have in our everyday world. I know you guys are all writers, but what I do, I'm officially a visually impaired person from Ireland who's trying to create a world where people do not hate or fear us. Yeah, that's definitely not the type of world we want to be in. I'm doing well, Jordan. Thanks for asking. Callan says, I'm pretty much done with my study notes for the Industrial Revolution. Yay! It's great to be done. Okay, where am I at? Okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to find the comments. Okay, Dharma says, I'm reworking my website. I recently redesigned it using Elementor on the WordPress CMS, but I bugged up the typography initially, but I'm making progress. Progress is good. TL says, I'm working on the first of a 4-part series. So far, I'm completely in love with my 2 main characters. They're coming so much stronger than they did when they first popped into my head. That's great. That's really great. November. The year seems to me 19-month longs, whereof 9 are Novembers. I definitely understand that. Calvin says, if we switch on distance education, then I'll do Nano. But if we keep being in person, then I won't, since I got to focus on more exams in school in general. That makes sense. Nicole says, putting out fires at work that I didn't even start is keeping me from this stream, and being happy. We're sorry, Nicole, but so glad that you're here. We appreciate you. Margaret saying, howdy, uploading a video. Bree, for those of you guys who don't know, Bree is the creator and the host of the Black Aweenathon. And today at 1 p.m. Central, there will be a live author interview with Alea Don Johnson. So definitely make sure you click on her name, go to her channel, hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell, set that reminder, and catch it live. Deidre! For those of you guys who don't know, Deidre is one of the lovely co-hosts for Black Aweenathon, and her channel is Shade Tree Reads. She is also one of the creators of Now That's What I Call Black Love, another YouTube channel you should definitely go check out. CB said dinner was eaten. I had pizza, bird's eye potato waffles. Google them, they're too difficult to explain, and garlic bread. Nice. Yay! Connections are being made. That's awesome. Am I missing anything? Okay, Right. All right. So, okay, it was Catholic. Okay, I was like, I don't know if it's a different word and I don't know it, but okay, got it. Okay, y'all. So we're going to do another 30 minutes. Definitely did not plan for that to be 15 minutes of talking, but here we are. And let's go back and make sure the timer is ready. Is it gonna give me let's pause it. Okay, and inquiring minds want to know, because y'all know I'll be trying to write it and whatnot. What is your favorite trope in horror? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, y'all. In 3, 2, 1. Y'all write them words. All right. How did everybody do? Let me know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do?
I feel like you drew that out a little bit longer to give me time to gather myself, and I appreciate it. So I did fine. I am half a page away from my goal, which is why we take time to read so that the writing is less trying. So yeah, that's coming together well. I should be able to get there by the end of the next sprint. What's the next sprint? Is it gonna be like a 20 or 30 or 10 for one of the two?
Were we doing another one? I guess we could do another one. We're at 2 hours, but we could do like a 20-minute one.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to finish it during the 20 because I already know what I need to say. So at this point, it's just putting them out there and trying not to like edit myself as I write because I'm like, that's what November is for. Just write. We will fix the flow and the redundancies and everything later. So I have to put Edwin in timeout. But my favorite trope in horror is, I don't know anything about horror enough to tell you what the tropes are. What are the tropes? Can I have multiple choice?
Okay, so like I guess A Cabin in the Woods is one. The stranger shows up to your house is one. I guess I'm trying to think of ones that are horror and not thriller. Or the haunted lake at like a camping trip or like at a cabin is a trope that's seen a lot. The bullies, the kid who gets bullied at school has magical powers that he uses against the bullies, he or she.
Like Carrie or something, or like The Devil's Diary.
Right, like I'm saying, like I know like a few stories that's the trope. So yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones. The haunted house one. The like read something in a really old book or a really old piece of something out loud and let a bunch of spirits out trope.
I'm a fan of that, like Beetlejuice or like A Witch Story. By the way, I think Beetlejuice is hilarious.
Beetlejuice is hilarious.
That's just my personal opinion.
If you disagree, you're wrong.
I'm sorry. I just think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious, and I think it's especially hilarious. I don't know if it's a remake or something, but someone did a TikTok of like, or maybe that was as a clip from a remake or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know because I don't have TikTok. The Beetlejuice I've seen is the cartoon, and then with I want to say it's Michael Keaton.
Where there was a song, and he was like, just say my name 3 times. It must be 3 times uninterrupted or something like that.
Yeah, no, they say that in both the real one.
No, but then there's a song, and she's like, Beetlejuice, yes, Beetlejuice. Oh, this is gonna be so good. And she starts singing a song where she like doesn't say Beetlejuice and it like kills him. Not kills him literally, but he's just like dying in the corner. And I was dying laughing. Is that part of the original?
That I don't remember.
I'm going to send it to you on Instagram. It was hilarious, but I found that hilarious. I don't know if the actual one is hilarious because I don't know that I've ever seen. I feel like I have seen it, but it was so long ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the one I seen was so long ago, but it was hilarious. So I don't know if they've done a remake. I'll look.
So my favorite one is where you read something and it comes out of a book. I'm for that. Anything for it to do with like there being a book inside the book, I just find so compelling.
Yeah, no, there's only one. So yeah, we're talking about the same one. I just don't remember the song because it was so long ago. Yeah. Okay. I was like, I don't think they remade it. It's just the one. It is hilarious though. Yes. Beetlejuice is hilarious. So there's that. Okay, so we got a few people that don't read horror. Jordan says, I love horror movies. They try to make it out of the main character. The main female character is always the one to get away if she is a virgin. Right. What was the one that we watched the other day? Oh, y'all know he be making me watch really dumb movies and torturing me with them. And so it was like somebody's grad school film project it looked like, and there were like vampires, and it was hilarious. I think it was called Hot Stuff or something. Yeah. Krablin says, oh, anything with insane asylum psychiatric wars. Ooh, yes. Also, ghost demons. I wrote a short story for a ghost contest this month. Wish me luck. I won't hear anything about it to mid-November. Definitely wishing you luck. Adventures in Fantasy says, not sure if it's a trope or not since I only just started reading horror, but evil children, like Omen or Joshua style evil. Ooh, I like it. Ms. Maya says, I don't read or write horror, so I don't know if this is a real trope or something that I just made up. But when the bimbo friend is the villain all along, it's just so chef's kid, right? You think she's just dumb and don't know, right? For evil children, you might like We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. Ooh. Ed Turner says, staying in a haunted house overnight, can't get enough of those, right? Laura says, existential or cosmic horror. Show me minds being destroyed from the inside by unknowable forces beyond human comprehension. What are we but specks of dust? I love it. The wording is everything. I love the book We Have Always Lived in the Castle. It has this magic. It is so beautifully written. I have to read it. If you read the book on talking about trust me that you will enjoy it. Okay. Staying in a haunted house. How do we feel about abandoned churches? I'm not staying in either one of those. If it's abandoned, I don't need to be there. Dharma says, my favorite trope in horror is humor. I like movies like Lake Placid and Zombieland that are equal parts scary and hilarious. I thought Zombieland was hilarious. I didn't see it scary, but yeah, I totally get that. It depends because we have banned churches. You could find evil or something truly positive in them. That's how I feel with X-Men crew. Bugnor or Nightcrawler is found in a church. Shade Tree says a haunted house or a house as a not necessarily malevolent character. Oh, I do love it. I love it. I definitely recommend for horror comedy. I love horror comedy. Ash versus Evil Dead. White hair the next morning. I love it. Okay, Jack said, gotta go. It's food time here. Yes, get you some food. Elizabeth, hey, let's see how much I get done in 6 minutes. Let me know. I want to know. Ashley said, YouTube out here not letting me be great, not telling me when lives are happening. I'm sorry. Callan says, pretty much done with my studying notes about Charles Darwin. Nice. Callan says, underrated Halloween movie, Meet Me in St. Louis. It's supposedly a Christmas movie, but it features an awesome Halloween sequence. Nice. Oh, dang. That jumped really fast, and I didn't expect to go down that far. Okay, so Justin says, my favorite horror type is the unknown, psychologically scary. If it involves a monster, we shouldn't see it, or at least not until the very end. Ooh, nice. Ashley, it's so good to see you. For those of you guys who don't know, Ashley is an author-tuber who streams on Twitch. I feel like she doesn't do videos that often, but she does stream a lot, and that's what's really important because she gets all the words and she sings, and y'all, I'm a fan of her voice. Ashley says, I read the first section of Penelope's Curve. Yay! Let me know how you like it. Deidre said, received a couple shipments and finished the report. Now I can read. Yes, let's read. Ms. Maya says, got through the catalyst and started shaping Act 2. Nice. Dharma said, I got 2 pages fixed on my website. It's tedious because I have to change all the links to the booksellers for each of my books. You're almost there. Adventures in Fantasy says 90% of the dish is done, but this last 10% makes me question my choices of chores as I turn and do not look over at my kitchen sink because, yeah. My question of the day is, do I get We're Not Home in ebook format or paperback? I have the paperback in my cart. Well, whichever one you want to get is fine with me. But, I'm also not opposed to you getting paperback because then when we meet, I can autograph it for you. So there's that. The struggling writer says, the handsome stranger that the protag falls in love with, but the stranger is a psycho and is obsessed with the protag. I love that one. Thinking the Perfect Guy, Michael Ealy. I haven't seen it, but yeah. And then I want to say, is it him that's in another one where it's like the lady does it to him? I don't know. It's got old girl from the Freedom Writers movie and that movie where they hunted people. She been in a lot of interesting movies as of late. Tia Russell says, I got the group picture done. Now I only have to do the order and I should be able to write just as this live stream is. Yay! But she does push him off the roof at the end of the song. So at the end of the Beetlejuice song, she pushes him off the end of the roof. Oh, you're talking about the musical. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was just looking for it. I was like, this is it. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Okay, it is Michael Keaton, and there was the musical, which is what she's talking about. Okay, I was like, what? Okay. A musical Beetlejuice? Not sure I want to see. Yeah, I'm curious of what it looks like.
If this song is the indication, I'm feeling it because it was hilarious. She pushed him off a roof. I don't see how that would do anything if he's a specter. He already did.
Theo says, we'll do Thriller with one eye shut and the blanket covering the other, but no horror. I love it. And Justin says, I live alone in a cottage at a forest lake. Spooky sounds at night. Very good place to focus on writing. One winter I spent alone in the vast Swedish forest and wrote a dark, sinister novel. I believe it.
There's no way I'm doing that.
And my cousin on speed dial in case I need someone to come spend the night. You know,
I'm not doing it unless someone is already there spending the night.
I don't mind watching scary horror stuff at night. I think it's because it's like, I will say I don't watch like any kind of horror that could be real at night. So like I don't watch like possession stories at night. I don't watch like demon stories, stuff like that. I believe all those things are real, so I don't watch that. But if it's like Cabin in the Woods, I'll watch that. Like stuff I know I'll never do. Stuff I know that could never happen to me. I'm not, no. The cabin I'm looking at is legitimately 15 minutes away from my house. Okay, we got to that one. The movie What We Do in the Shadows is my jam. Haven't watched the show yet. I love the show. I haven't seen the movie. We got to find the movie. Yes, the lady is obsessed with him. Hilary Swank. Okay, I knew it. I couldn't think of her name. Oh, bet physical copy this. Yes. The Beetlejuice musical is really funny, and the guy who plays Beetlejuice is so good. Okay. I know, right? Because I'm a fan of musicals, so I definitely will watch it. All right, y'all. So we are going to do one more sprint for the sake of my co-host, Britt. And I'm going to figure out another question because I definitely didn't have one. So, okay. If this month was a romance title, what would it be, y'all? That's going to be the question. Let me get to the 20-minute timer. Not exactly horror, but I adored Cormac McCarthy's novel The Road and its movie adaptation starring Viggo Mortensen. Okay. The Struggling Writer, I love horror. I feel like I've watched every single one, to be honest. I don't find those possessed ghost horror scary at all. I like the serial killer, scary monsters like Jeepers Creepers. That's my vibe. Yeah, so I find very few horrors actually scary to me. But it's because when I moved out of my grandmother's house when I was 16, Blockbuster and Hollywood Video were still a thing, and they used to do this where you could buy 4 preview DVDs for $20. And at my job, I got paid every week. And so for the first 6 months that I lived on my own, all I bought was horror movies because we were not allowed to watch horror movies in the house I grew up in. So like I just binged a lot. And I think it like desensitized me to the things that are like scary to other people. Like the things that I find scary in real life are like you being alive and being a regular person and walking around and being a serial killer. Like that is frightening as hell to me. Some monster under the bed don't scare me. And we got 12 seconds till this ad is over. That's why I'm still talking, y'all. Yes, I miss going in and getting my VHSs and DVDs. Yeah, so I have a thing that I like to buy physical copies of stuff. So like I still like DVDs and whatnot. So okay, y'all, last sprint, 20 minutes on the clock. 3, 2, 1. Y'all write them words. All right. How did everybody do? Let me know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do? Okay. I was like, she might not be back. You're muted.
I'm here. I was typing a last sentence and putting period. I finished.
Yay.
Legitimately, the way it's a fight every single day to finish these page counts, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because November is coming and I am on schedule. And as long as I'm on schedule, hello, we will be all right. So, month romance title, what would it be? I guess fighting for love, maybe, because I'm fighting. I'm fighting for my goals. And it's like, I really, really want you, but wow, you're making this very difficult. I feel like I'm having to woo them or something. Like, no, baby, please. Baby, please. It's the whole Whitley and Dwayne situation.
I love it.
Did I just call him Dwayne?
That's his name.
Okay, great. I'm like, why does that feel wrong?
That's his name.
I don't know why it felt wrong. All right, cool. I was like, because not Shay out here dragging me.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, so another good sprint. If this month was a romance title, what would it be? The One That Got Away. That would be the title. The One That Got Away. Yes, this was the last sprint for the day. Yeah. So many blockbuster DVD cases at my house. Same, Deidre, same. Craft been my romance title as time flew by. I see we're on the same wavelength, Craft. Justin said Jack Finney's 1954 novel, The Body Snatchers, was great horror too. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did not know it was a book. Jessica, it's so good to see you. For those of you guys who don't know, Jessica was able to co-host with me for the Worldwide Write-a-thon on Nia the Vixen of Fiction's channel. She is an author tuber, so definitely check her out. I feel like she said that she's working on getting back to doing videos. I feel like that's what she said. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what to read next. Exactly. Laura said her title would be No Time for Love. I love it. These are good titles because you know they end with a happily ever after anyway. So like knowing that, it's just great. Justin said the romance of the month could be Jen Christian Grondal's novel Silence in October. Not recommended. The main character is too vague. Got you. Barrett, it's good to see you. For those of you guys who don't know, Barrett is an author tuber who likes to hold critiques on his channel, and I feel like he said it's the second Thursday of the month, I believe. Also, he talks about butt stuff, and by butt stuff, I mean Crohn's. So if you are looking for more information as somebody living with that and how they're maneuvering through life, you should definitely check out his channel and content. Barrett said, I'm married. What's love got to do with it? That's a dope title. I'd be intrigued. A serious candidate for October's romance could be Claudia Y. Burgos, Finally You. Nice. And Callan is wondering, is anyone joining a sprint or a stream in the next 2 hours? If you know of one, definitely let her know. Dharma says, spent the past few minutes petting my cat because she insisted on laying on my keyboard. I hear they do that. Wisdom, it's so good to see you, love. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Bree said, hey, good to see you again. Callan says, still need to finish my corn laws notes. Anya said, I prepared dinner. Not done yet. Dinner does take a while. I feel like it takes the longest to cook, in my opinion. Callan said, I might just finish off that tomorrow because I just want to spend some more time doing Duolingo before I join a sprint to actually write. And then I got to go to bed so that I can jump from my bed at 7 a.m. and go to the library just in time when it opens at 8. I love that you have a whole schedule. Elizabeth said, I got some editing done, so yay. These men's ain't loyal. That's what your novel, your October would be called. I love it. Your romance title. Love it. Barrett said, trying to talk Jessica into leaving Twitch for YouTube. Let's get her over here. I know. Justin said, did a few hundred words. TL said, order sent, and now I'm ready to lunch. Also, it would be called Autumn Kisses and Falling in Love. I love it. I love it. That is a perfect title. I know those are good titles. All right, Britt, do you have any announcements to go with your outro?
I haven't been muted this entire time. Yeah. Wow. I'm glad I didn't say anything crazy. No. Friday sprints on Friday. And it's the last character takeover with Tig and Goon. So y'all gotta come and see what next character Goon will be taking over. Maybe it'll be the original Goon who hasn't actually been on the Friday sprint. We'll see. But yeah, that's the only announcement that I have. And thank y'all for 500 subscribers, everyone who subscribed to me. Really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. We up.
Yay! Okay, you guys. Announcements are at 1 p.m. Central, the 6th, I believe. It's either the 5th or the 6th. Author interview for Black Alina-thon will be on Bree, the Locked Bookticians channel at 1 p.m. Central. It will be an interview with Alea Don Johnson. Definitely make sure you check that out. I will also be doing a Black Alina-thon reading sprint stream tonight. Don't ask me who's going to be hosting it because I don't know which goon is taking over, but it will be a thing tonight. And I feel like that's all I got. Okay, y'all. Well, thank you again so much for being here. We appreciate you. Remember, creativity only finds you when you're working.